Welcome to Saudi Arabia, who are playing hosts to the UIM XCAT World Championships for the very first time. The XCAT will be heading out there, giving us a boatload of action as we have become accustomed to. This will be the Alsharqiyah Grand Prix, named after the region of Saudi Arabia that we are lucky enough to be in.
The Alsharqiyah Grand Prix, taking place in the waters of Al Khabar, marks a pivotal moment in the championship as the penultimate round of an action-packed season. There could be no better timing for the XCATs to make their debut in Saudi.
Down the road from the marina is the city of Dammam, one of the most culturally important cities in all of Saudi Arabia.
Set against the vibrant backdrop of Al Khabar, a city that perfectly blends modernity with tradition, the Alsharqiyah Grand Prix promised an unforgettable weekend of pure adrenaline and high-stakes competition. The organisers had taken care of setting everything up in the most convenient way for the drivers and the other team members.
After 4 years of long dealing with the Saudi guys, we reached for the first time ever a power boating race, and in this case XCAT World Championship in Al Khabar. So for us as a UIM XCAT World Championship is the first time, and it's the first of, I think and I hope, a long time in the next years.
Tight racing, and that's important. That's what the people want to see, when the boat is really fighting to each other and the race course is nice. And I mean, we built up the race course for the public so they could see the race. Here in Saudi Arabia, I mean, they have started very good, and it's building up very professional. And I'm 100% sure that we're going to have a very good racing. The job that the Saudi Water Sport Federation has done is very good, together with UIM, together with XCAT.
The Grand Prix as the first time in Saudi, it's a great honor to have all those people who are the championship of the water to be in Saudi and competing here in my country. I cannot describe that.
With a narrow points gap among the top contenders, the championship was still wide open, making the Al Khabar stage a potentially decisive round in shaping the final standings and bringing teams closer to the coveted world title. The event would commence with the pilot briefing and course check, key moments to familiarise teams with the course and provide vital updates for tackling the challenges ahead. Following the briefing, the official practice sessions would follow, offering pilots the chance to test their boats and fine-tune strategies ahead of the high-stakes races.
The sun is setting on a beautiful day here as the first official practices of the Alsharqiyah Grand Prix took place out there on the water. It was boat number 10, 222 offshore, that set the pace, finishing first. They have had a number of mechanical issues over the first few rounds, but they have done extensive work to their XCAT to make sure that that doesn't happen again. In second place, defending 2023 champions Team GB. They've also had rough seas to this point, but this is only official practice. How will this translate into the pole position qualifying sessions and, of course, race number 1?
We prepare the boat just to see how is tomorrow for the pole position. We need to training more tomorrow morning, me and Darren, but we'll do a couple of laps just to be sure that everything working and to give a time to the mechanics to have a double check everything. We are confident that we can are on the top with the fastest team.
Hosting the Alsharqiyah Grand Prix for the first time, Al-Khabar had already established itself as a significant milestone in this year's championship. The calm yet challenging waters of the Arabian Gulf provided an excellent testing ground, enabling teams to evaluate speed, manoeuvrability and tactical precision as they prepared for the intense competition. The feedback was positive from early on.
I'm very excited to see the XCAT in the water. I have seen it before, multiple times. Very excited to see the race. I got a chance to speak to multiple racers. They're very happy, very excited. They like the place, and they're very excited for the race.
It's the first time for us and for XCAT in general. We like the place. It's nice, beautiful, and the race course is tricky. Conditions are changing over the session, so it's really interesting. We like the place. It's nice, and we are looking forward to more races there. We'll see.
I never been in Saudi Arabia. It's my first time in this special country. I'm really happy. I'm really emotional to come because Arabic people is really hospitality, and this place, Sunset Beach, is really beautiful. My team's battle for, of course, for world champions. I cross finger for this. I prepared the boat, and my brother is ready now. Is work hard on the boat. And I hope to fighting with the first position with the victory and both as wicket number 2.
Oh, everybody is closing. I mean, there is HPI is fast, and the straight line is faster than everybody, for my opinion. There is also Team GB is back. I saw that they drop a lot of seconds from a lap to another lap. Maybe they found something good. And there is, of course, also Victory Team, but I don't see them very well this weekend. Maybe they suffer some issue. For sure, Victory Team solved this question. I mean, everybody is in the position, you know. It's, I think the most important is the pole position tomorrow. Who got the pole position tomorrow have to do the 70% of the job.
The schedule of the second day would be packed, including the official practice session, the pole position qualifying session, and the much anticipated first race in Saudi Arabia, captivating fans and setting the stage for an adrenaline-filled weekend of racing. As everyone aimed to secure the best possible position ahead of the race, the pole position session was approached with both excitement and seriousness by all. After a highly competitive and exciting session, it was eventually HBI Fujairah Racing Team that managed to secure the victory and the chance to start the first race in the most favourable of positions. 222 Offshore was the team that claimed second place, with XCAT following in third.
We found a best lap of the pole position and we started first for the race, 2 seconds better than other teams. We work a lot on propellers, we work a lot on balancing an electrical plant on the boat, but we need to do more every time.
The stage was set for the first ever official XCAT race in Saudi Arabia to kick off. The weather and water conditions were ideal, with all involved excited for what was likely to be a race as spectacular as the setting. Despite having a season packed with ups and downs, Team GB proved to have travelled to Saudi Arabia eager to make this a Grand Prix to be remembered. Starting from 4th position, the British duo gave their all, making the most of the challenging conditions and eventually finished as winners of the first ever race in Saudi Arabia. HBI Fujairah Racing Team did not manage to consolidate first position, from which they started the race, but still had a nice run, securing them second place in the race. Followed by Victory Team and Console Brokers, with Sharjah Team completing the standings top 5.
It was an exciting race, the winner well deserved at the end, and I think also the weather conditions were optimal, I would say, today. So great competition, great entertainment. What do you want more?
It's the calm ahead of the storm here as we look ahead to the second race of the Alsharqiyah Grand Prix. The first race was full of drama. We had 2 disqualifications and defending champions Team GB managed to grab the win. Team GB therefore will start on pole for today's second race as we look ahead to what will be an extraordinary XCAT encounter. So, who will take the second win here in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia? Will it be Team GB or one of the chasing pack? The championship is on a knife edge and we're going to have to watch to find out.
I hope that today we will not have accidents, but because the more we go to the end of the season, the more risks are being taken, and this is always a bit dangerous, potentially.
The race was hard, like I said, so half of the course was flat, half the course was rough, so it was trying to get the balance in between. So our boat is quite good in the rough, and the flat we struggle, but it was trying to get the balance in between the boats, and obviously once we got in front and we kept our clean water, we were fighting with HPI to keep the lead, and then we just started gaining legs at the end of it. Today we're just going to go out and enjoy the race, because this year we've had a really bad season, as you would have seen, so it was just great to get in the boat, finish a race and get a podium. So today we're just going to go out, enjoy ourselves and hopefully finish the race again.
I've never been team manager before. I've job shadowed previous team managers, so I've sort of know a little bit to know what goes on in the background. the information that Scott needs, that I need to feed back to him, you know, from race control. But as a first-time experience, it was quite intense, to say the least, but it was good. The adrenaline was pumping, it was really good. Yeah.
The third and final day of the Alsharqiyah Grand Prix would see the fourth round of the 2024 UIM XCAT World Championship coming to a conclusion, as the second race would set the stage for the world's top teams to engage in spectacular duels. The results of the first race set the stage and determined the starting positions for the XCATs, making it an extremely exciting competition. Teams of similar skill levels were positioned close to one another, battling for the fastest performances right from the start. Again, the second race was dominated by Team GB, with Scott Williams and Martin Campbell maintaining an impressive pace right from the start. Team GB engaged in an intense battle with HPI Fujairah Racing Team, but managed to pull ahead in the final stages, crossing the line with a total time of 41 minutes and 55 seconds. The HPI Fujairah Racing Team, driven by Rosario and Giuseppe Schiano di Cola, secured a well-earned second place, showcasing remarkable determination and strategy. Completing the podium in third place was Consul Brokers, with XCAT and Sharjah Team shaping up the top 5. It was also a challenging day for Victory Team, 222 Offshore and Faz Marine, as all were forced to retire due to technical issues.
Had a pretty poor season, but it's brilliant to be back on top where we deserve to be.
I don't think it was rough today. It wasn't quite as rough. We'd set up for a rough race, which helped. Didn't quite have the speed of the other boats today. We were a little bit slower, but made it up in the rough. So I think we set up for the right decision in the end for the rough water, and it proved to be valid.
We finished 2 races here in Sharqiyah. First race we start 5th position, we finish on 3rd. So today, according to the first race, we start 3rd and we lead the race for like 5 to 6 laps maybe. Then we got a problem with our prop, and we retired from the race. This is racing life. You have to expect something like this. So I'm happy with our performance, me and Isa, also our boat. We are very good. Inshallah, we are preparing ourselves for last round in Dubai, our home. So let's see.
After the 2 races in Saudi Arabia, HPI Fujairah Racing Team made a crucial move in the standings, overtaking XCAT Racing and closing the gap at the top to just 1 point. With this pivotal shift, the championship is still wide open and promises an electrifying finale. The podium celebration was a spectacular event, attended by the UIM president and the highest institutional authorities from the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, underscoring the prestige of the Alsharqiyah Grand Prix. The winners were honoured in style, adding a memorable crescendo to an exciting weekend of racing.
First of all, allow me to thank the government of Saudi Arabia, the Water Sport Federation, and the local organizing committee. They've done a great job here in Khobar. It's a lovely place, and allow me also to say that all the teams and our drivers, they said that the hospitality was amazing. So the venue is great, the atmosphere was adrenaline fuel. And we are very happy to be back here in Saudi for this fantastic event.
At the end of the championship, it'll be some close racing in Dubai.
It's been a surprise this year, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's been a big surprise.
I think it's a lot closer this year because you know, the faster teams, the ones who usually win, obviously all sport, Victory and Treble 2 and Arif, you know. Usually they're there's buzz at the top and they haven't been there most of the season, so it's been quite. And then to see other teams coming up, Alfredo, they got a third, I think. It's a shock. Yeah, the Swedes are doing really well. You know, go back to the Swedes have been here before I was here, and you know, it's the first time they've been where they are. So it's nice to see other teams improving as well, and then you're mixing it up more. Other than like F1, it's boring, isn't it? The same car winning every week. It's nice here to see the teams mixing it up more people getting on the podium. It's making the sport better. And next year we've got more teams coming, it's going to make it more exciting again. That's going to be good next year.
We'll be excited for Dubai race. We'll prepare from tomorrow the boats and the crew and find a good prop for fighting again. We always keep fighting to the end of the season to collect some points, at least third or second in the championship.
What an incredible Grand Prix we have had here. Team GB, the defending champions, walk away with both wins. But it is HPI Fujairah Racing Team leading the championship by just 1 point. But there are battles all over the championship table. So as we wave goodbye to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia and having that incredible closing ceremony on the podium behind us, this championship will go down to the wire as we head to Dubai for our final rounds.